If your hotel's organic traffic is down, there's a good chance that you've already started thinking, well, do we even need a blog anymore? Because blogs have been dead for years, right? Well, supposedly. But here's what most hoteliers are missing right now. Blogs aren't dying at all. In fact, they're being repositioned, and AI search is the reason. Blogs aren't dead, they've just been repositioned. In this video, I'm going to show you why blogs are becoming one of the most valuable content types again, what separates a strategic hotel blog from just another post, and how one strong article, and you're going to love this part, can fuel a full month of marketing that actually supports driving more direct bookings. And before I jump in, I'm going to start with something you definitely remember. Do you remember the fanny pack? Yeah, super stylish, worn around your waist. Remember when everyone declared that it was dead? It was too dated, too dorky even. Nobody wants that anymore. And then it came back as a belt bag. And suddenly everybody had to have one. Same concept, completely repositioned. The point is that blogs have had the same comeback. Blogs took the same journey as the fanny pack to the belt bag, or repositioning. For years, the conventional wisdom was blogs are over. They're too slow, they're too old, they're not worth the effort, and mostly used for wildly long online recipes. Yeah, you know, the ones that go on and you have to scroll until you can find the recipe. Well, I'm one of those who always hits jump to recipe button. Thank God for that. But a lot of hotels either stopped blogging, they never started, or they just let the blog collect dust because social media took over and it made content feel easier, faster, more fun. It's quick to post, it's easy to measure, and you're done by lunch. Blogs started to feel slow and even more like an expensive option. It was too much time, but the format wasn't the problem. The issue is really around the strategy, because a blog without a plan is just words on a page. A purposeful blog with the right topic, the right structure, and language can be one of the strongest assets in your direct bookings playbook. And now, because of AI search, blogs are having their belt bag moment. And here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing many properties that don't have a blog, or they've stopped posting, or they're relying on ChatGPT to pump out posts and call it done. And all three of those are a problem in AI search. Because when you use AI to publish blog posts without a real plan, that content gets lost online or detected as AI generated. It's not building trust. It doesn't help a guest choose. It doesn't drive direct bookings. It just adds to a pile of the words that are on the internet. And that pile is very large right now. But why this matters now is that more travelers are using AI tools. As we know, ChatGPT, Google AI overviews, Perplexity, all of the tools, Claude, to help them choose a hotel. And then those tools pull from content that is credible, well structured, genuinely useful. And that pretty much is what blog articles do. Blog style articles are showing up disproportionately in AI citations. And one analysis that I've seen puts blogs at roughly 44.5% of AI citations. And what that means is that AI search is going out there, it's looking for valuable, helpful content that provides really rich context to the questions people are asking. And it is extracting a lot of information from blogs because that is where a lot of really rich information is. So, what does a strategic hotel blog give you as a hotel? And here's where we get practical. There's 5 things that a strategic blog does for your hotel. Number 1, it's that more surface area for discovery. You want to be really intentional about this. Again, as I mentioned, don't just be pumping out content and blogs for the sake because you can do it fast with ChatGPT, you do need to be strategic about this. Websites with active blogs have been cited as having 434% more indexed pages. And that's dramatically more entry points for your guests to find you based on what you know they're asking, based on the information that you know they're curious about. So, benefit number 2, fresh content signals. AI rewards current, unique, specific content. You've heard me talk about this before, and if you haven't, you can check out any of the other videos or LinkedIn for that. But really, a blog is one of the best places to publish real insights about your property and destination without trying to cram everything into your homepage. So use your blog to answer those questions. Benefit number 3 is you're going to get better on-site engagement. We're always looking for people to come into our website and hang out for a while, and blogs really do fuel that on time on page metric that us marketers like. A well-written article keeps the guests on your website longer, and more time on the page is often a credibility signal, and it gives guests more chances to click into rooms, offers, and bookings. And now benefit number 4 is the content lifespan. This is one of my favorite pieces because social posts, as great as they are at grabbing immediate attention, they do disappear pretty fast. And a strong blog post can drive discovery and become reference worthy for months. I've even seen a blog post that I wrote for a hotel during COVID because the pools were shut down. So we went all in on a content strategy around rooms with jacuzzi tubs so people could still have their hot tub moment and they could have it in the privacy during COVID. That blog article, really, we got a lot of juice out of that one. It performed, I think, for 5 years. 5 years, yes. So benefit number 5 is it becomes the foundation for everything else. So if you think about a really rich, strategic blog post, it isn't just a blog post. It is a source of content that you can use to pull little nuggets out and create more content. So what does this look like in practice? When I build high leverage hotel blogs, I use a system that I developed based on 20 plus touch points. And these are key considerations that I take into when I am coordinating the outline, the story, and the components of everything that's going to go into the blog post. And it's not because I want things complicated, because most content misses the decision-making details that guests actually need. And that's a lot of the considerations that I include. And when we hit those touch points, a strong blog can turn into 4, 5, 6 social posts that have real substance behind them. They can also help drive your Google Business Profile updates, which I always recommend. And they can also be used for a guest email or a nurturing email that would be worth opening and reading. It's also, as you know, as you've heard me say before, content that AI can find, reference, and recommend. Again, back to that 44% of AI citations are surfaced from blog content. So one strategic blog article can power a month of marketing that actually moves you towards revenue. And I don't know about you, but having one piece of content that you spend more time on to create other pieces, well, that is leverage, that is efficiency, and that's how I love to work. So the bigger point is that blogs are one piece of AI visibility. They're a really, really strong starting point, but getting your hotel fully visible in AI search takes a broader strategy. And yes, blogs need to be a part of it. This is where independent hotels have a great opportunity right now, not to create more content, but to create better, more useful, more reference-worthy content on purpose. So here's my question for you. Is your hotel's blog absent, active, abandoned, or somewhere in between? Wherever you're starting from, there's a clear path forward, and I'm always happy to talk it through. If you want to keep learning from me, you're interested about getting a blog, you want to talk about different content strategies, visit me on LinkedIn or head over to malfairmarketing.com.